In the backdrop of political uncertainty spreading in the Middle East and North Africa, surrounded by a devastated global economy inching its way toward recovery, the Foreign Policy Association shined a light of hope on Thursday during its 16th annual Financial Services Dinner, honoring key financial leaders who have evidenced solid financial management. Before heading into the dinner ceremony, Noel Latif, president of the Foreign Policy Association, gave us some insight into the FPA vision.
We initiated this dinner to engage the financial services community because we felt that people in finance really understand globalization and are on the cutting edge of globalization as a process. And we wanted to give our members the benefit of the perspectives of bankers from around the world. Our emphasis is on the grassroots, educating Americans about this very interesting world we live in.
The Foreign Policy Association honoraries included Dr. Tony Tan Keng Yam, Deputy Chairman and Executive Director of Singapore's Investment Corporation, and Joseph Ficalora, President and CEO of New York's Community Bancorp. Attendees at the Financial Services Dinner included top New York City banking leaders, as well as some of the biggest names in the financial world, such as Citigroup, Goldman Sachs, and Charles Schwab, with key UN delegates from developing countries.
Financial institutions can play an important role in building economies, especially emerging economies like Iraq and many countries in the world. In the UN in the recent years, we come across many difficulties. Less donation from rich countries because of financial crisis and economic crisis. On the other hand, we have many natural disasters. Last year, we have the earthquake in Haiti, in Chile, in China, the floods in Pakistan. So the need for money is increasing while the fund is decreasing. Therefore, international institutions can play a role. Private sector, today there are many business people, can really fill the gap and provide finance for developing economies in the world, all across the world, especially like countries such as Iraq.
The economy has to be on the positive side. You cannot afford to run on a deficit, and you cannot expect the outsiders to support you all along. You have to support yourself, and you have to set a good example for everybody else before the other ones are there to help you. There's a lot of people and a lot of countries who are very willing to help Greece, but Greece have to help itself before they do that.
As global economy experts advise that financial conditions are easing, but not for all sectors, as capital continues to flow to emerging economies. The Foreign Policy Association strives to develop awareness and understanding on global issues through its insightful programs and publications. In line with the current developments in the Middle East and in North Africa, the Foreign Policy Association will be holding a lecture on a forward strategy in building peace in the world, to be held in New York on March 1st. Afaf Kanja for South South News, New York.